It's June, you know that. It's June 24th. It is Pride Month. It continues on, and now we have this inspiring story to share during this Pride Month. A local man bullied for being gay and struggled with homelessness and addiction has turned his life around in a very big way. He has launched an LGBTQIA+ focused treatment center to help those who face similar challenges as he did. And he's here in studio with me in Los Angeles. So we welcome Paulo Anthony Grayson to the Fox Local Stream. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Hearing that is so emotional for me because it's just been such a long and beautiful and challenging journey. It's kind of crazy to hear you say that.
Well, I mean, you've come so far, and it's a journey that a lot of people are on, and they don't always come out on the other side as you have. I mean, it's one thing to survive it, but you seem to be thriving because you founded this addiction treatment center, recovery center. Yeah. It's in Silver Lake, so those of you in the know here in Los Angeles, you know where Silver Lake is, a great neighborhood in Los Angeles. This is called No Matter What Recovery is the name of your addiction treatment center, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, tell people why this is important.
My story is not uncommon. Yes, I have been on my own since I was 16 years old. I have a very vivid memory of begging for change in the streets of New Orleans. My parents didn't understand what it was like to have a gay son. And I grew up in the 90s when there was no LGBTQ representation on television or in the media, and so my family just didn't know how to handle it, and I was rebelling and quickly fell into substance use disorder as a way to survive on the streets. And we deal with that here in Los Angeles, as I'm sure everyone here is aware. 25% of the homeless population are LGBTQ under the age of 29. And it's just such an epidemic that's happening, and substance use disorder and homelessness, and it's just really sad.
Why that big number for those in the homeless community?
I think that there's a lot of stigma attached, even with Los Angeles being as accepting as they are of the queer community. I think there's a lot of stigma attached with LGBT folks, and then substance use disorder is very common and prevalent within the community as a maladaptive coping strategy to dealing with internalized homophobia or internalized transphobia or a survival method. Religious trauma, generational trauma. The LGBT community quickly falls into substances as a way to kind of cope with not knowing how to handle all of these things. And so not necessarily having access to a therapist or mental health services, it's really easy just to fall into that survival skill.
What was your rock bottom?
Oh, gosh. For me, it was, I don't know how to get sober unless I'm dying. And so for me, I was hospitalized. The last time I got sober, I was using intravenously in my neck, and I got a staph infection in my neck and was hospitalized. And for the last time, a doctor said, "Paulo, tonight's the night you can live or you can die."
Literally, those were his words?
Were his words, yeah. And the thing that I love about Los Angeles is we have such a vibrant recovery community here. And so I was able to get sober and find my tribe and find my community. And it's just been drugs and alcohol gave me wings, but took away the sky. And so I fell into that as a survival method, and getting sober, I've been able to change my life, and now I get the pleasure, and I'm humbled to have the privilege of helping others.
Will you repeat that?
Yeah, sorry.
No, I want you to repeat it because it was so impactful to me.
Yeah, I'm humbled, and I get the privilege to help others the way that I was helped. The thing that I love about the recovery community is part of being able to live a life free of alcohol and substances is a part of our, I don't want to say strategy, but a part of our just kind of culture is to give away what was so freely given to us. And so by helping others navigate that, it helps me be able to stay sober. And I love that.
And I hadn't heard that before when you said drugs and alcohol gave me wings.
But took away the sky.
Yeah. Okay, so you hit rock bottom, you find your way out, You went into recovery.
I did.
How long have you been?
I'll be
clean?
sober 11 years in October.
Ah, congratulations.
It's crazy to think about. Yeah, my husband and I are about to have a baby. You know, we specialize in working in behavioral health for LGBTQ folks. You know, we've been able to build a big, beautiful life here in Los Angeles and have really amazing friends and sober community. And I just, you know, I love my life today. I have a beautiful relationship with my family today, which took a lot of work on their end and my end.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Why is it important for you to found a recovery house specific for LGBTQIA+?
When I got sober in a program with a bunch of guys that looked like they used to bully me in high school. And I wasn't comfortable sharing the things that I felt like I needed to share, so I wasn't being open and honest because I was scared. And so luckily I had to get sober because I was dying. But when we started No Matter What Recovery, we wanted a safe place for LGBTQ plus folks to be able to come to a place where they didn't have to teach their therapist about their lifestyle. That we were able to accommodate a bunch of different things, such as sexualized drug use, which is very common within the LGBT community, which is the use of substances and sex and compulsive sexual behavior. And so that's one of the specialties that we have. And then we also have a huge focus on the trans population. So operationally, logistically, and clinically, we are able to treat members of the LGBT community in a way that's more effective and more affirming because we understand them. We get it. Like the whole culture of our brand and our business of No Matter What Recovery is built around accommodating LGBTQ folks when they come in and get sober.
I mentioned obviously we're in Pride Month. With Pride there's a whole lot of, there's parades and celebrations. What does Pride mean to you?
So it's funny because when I was a kid or I was younger, Pride for me was a way to party. Pride was a way to have fun and to get high or drunk and act a fool all weekend. But I'm also really I do a lot of service and I'm very visible in the recovery community. And one of the nonprofits that I'm associated with is called Best in Drag Show, which is part of Alliance for Housing and Healing. And so I was just on their Pride float at the Pride Parade a few weeks ago, and I was on the Pride float and I just started crying. Because I got to see a celebration. In sobriety, I've learned to stand on the shoulders and honor those that have come before me. And so having access to information about Pride and our history and our culture, Pride is a protest. And I used to look at it as a party. And so today I get the ability and the pleasure to represent our community and all of the amazing things that being LGBTQ plus stands for.
When is your baby due?
Oh my gosh, September 30th.
Oh,
yeah, I know, so excited.
It's
Thank you.
So exciting. It's the best thing in the world. For more information, you can head to nomatterwhatrecovery.com. Paulo, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
thanks for
me.
being so open and sharing your journey. No doubt it's going to help others.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And again, congratulations.